Hello and welcome to PlayStation Grenade. September is upon us and oh my gosh, some of the biggest releases of the year are dropping this month. So if your bank balance has the funds, mine doesn't, here's 9 great games you should play this month. Oh, and do me a favour, help me decide which game I should play here on the channel. Thanks very much. We have to start with the game of the month for most people. Well, most people who have a PS4, as Marvel's Spider-Man is exclusive to the PlayStation 4. I'm sure you've seen countless videos about Spider-Man, and those previews have all but guaranteed this is Game of the Year quality. In addition to playing as the web slinger, we'll also be sleuthing with Mary Jane Watson, who in this universe is a journalist, and we'll also play as Peter without the glamorous spandex, as he lives his life as a budding scientist. The team behind Marvel's Spider-Man is none other than Insomniac, the same guys who made Ratchet & Clank, Resistance, Spyro, and Sunset Overdrive. Spider-Man on PS4 is going to be epic! Releasing on Friday, September the 7th. Back in 2012, Telltale Games released the Walking Dead video game. It was an episodic adventure which focused on Lee and his father-like relationship with Clementine, whose parents were probably eaten to death by a zombie horde. By the end of the season, Clementine was close to our hearts, and by the time Season 2 ended in 2014, she had grown into a zombie-slaying badass. Now, 8 years on from our first meeting, the final season of The Walking Dead has begun, and after last month's slow opening episode, Clem is back in episode 2, Suffer the Children. This season looks to be about Clem raising AJ and teaching him how to be a man in this new zombie-filled world. Episode 2 releases on September the 25th. As we're already talking about episodic adventures, let's look at Life is Strange 2, which releases on September the 27th. In many ways, it plays the same as the Telltale games. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure story. But Life is Strange has a trick up its sleeve. A core mechanic to the game is Rewind, which gives the player the ability to go back in time and undo any actions which have affected the storyline. It's like the butterfly effect, allowing us to see how a decision could pan out and then deciding we don't like this and going back and trying it another way. Life is Strange 2 has a demo game you can try right now. Search for The Amazing Adventures of Captain Spirit on your platform of choice to play the game's teaser, starring a new character and his dad. Episode 1 of Life is Strange 2 will be downloadable from September the 27th. There's 3 sports titles dropping in September. Let's class them as one entry: EA Sports FIFA 19, NBA 2K19 and NHL 19. All make their annual returns this month. All have updated rosters and licenses and subtle changes to gameplay, which will only be noticeable by those who play regularly every year. There'll be a demo version of all 3 games available to you to try out before jumping into the full versions. But let's start an argument. Which sport is better? Football, soccer, basketball, or hockey? I'll put a poll on screen, let's see who wins. Moving on to some more action, the Tomb Raider reboot series continues this month with Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's the sequel to 2013's Tomb Raider and 2015's Rise of the Tomb Raider, and follows the narrative from those 2 outings. Once again, we take control of Lara Croft, who is out doing a spot of archaeology when she accidentally activates the apocalypse. If I had $1 for every apocalypse I accidentally started. Like always, Lara is driven by the memory of her late father and his mysterious lifestyle. Shadow of the Tomb Raider drops on September the 14th. Okay, the last 2 games on the list aren't brand spanking new games, but expansions or extensions if you will. Destiny 2's Forsaken DLC appears this month and hopes to revitalise the game, which has struggled over the last 8 months. If you're on PS Plus, you can download the base game right now for free to try out the improvements made recently. There's also a free 24-hour period to try out the brand spanking new Gambit mode for Destiny 2, which has received pretty damn good reviews. So if you fancy a little space travel across lush green land and militarised planetoids, with ample loot grinding all wrapped up in a solid first-person shooter, maybe, just maybe, Destiny 2 could be the game for you. The Forsaken DLC will be downloadable from September the 4th. And finally, Fortnite! Yeah, I'm still bloody addicted to it. At the end of September, we can expect Season 6 to begin. In the game, we're currently watching a mythical Tesseract cube rolling around the map in the hopes of predicting the next season of content. What we can say for certain is that the map will continue to evolve, and a brand new battle pass will arrive with new emotes, skins, and collectible items to grind for. And those of you who don't like Fortnite, don't worry, it won't be here forever. Enjoy it while you can. So there we have it, 9 new or updated games to play during September 2018. What are you grabbing? And what do you think I should play here on the channel? SpiderMan, right? It has to be SpiderMan. I'd love to know your thoughts. I'm Adam from PlayStation Grenade. It's been a bloody pleasure. I'll see you next time.